Hello everybody, this is Ken Faulkner. Another knife video. This one was a long road. Finally to the end of the road, but even right up to the very end, this knife, I struggled with it in so many ways. I don't know how long ago it was. I think it was months ago. I know I got this at Utah Blade Show, so that was back in October last year. I don't know when I realized it was 4CR MOV, and I started on this whole thing about, how this is probably a crummy steel, and maybe I can try to do something with it to see, about how fast or how long the blade held an edge and how easy it was to sharpen. I don't know. At the end of the whole thing, I don't know if I quite got out of it what I was really looking to give to you guys as a video. Obviously, I was, trying to dull it, carrying a lot, cutting with it a lot. It really wasn't getting to that point. Then I realized that I kind of dropped the ball on it. I picked it back up and started getting into more serious cutting. And we got to that point. I mean, if you were watching all along, there was a video where I finally got to the point where I felt like it was dull enough. I was trying to cut paper, and it wasn't going through the paper very well. So then I said, well, I'm going to do a sharpening video, and I've never done sharpening on video. And I started out by just doing a couple cuts in the paper just to kind of say, okay, this is before, and it was still doing too well. So what I did, I actually took some sandpaper, 1000 grit, and I kind of ran it on the edges a couple times. I really got this thing to the point where it was dull. And then I did a video, and I did a 30-minute video. I tried to cut paper. It was like completely dull, butter knife level. Then I set it up in my sharpener, and it's this one here. It's the Work Sharp Precision. It's one of those guided angle sharpeners with 3 stones. This was like the cheap version. I bought it because it really wasn't inexpensive. I didn't get the full blown with the case and all that kind of thing. And I've had it for a long time, and believe me, it has really worked well, especially for the price. It's well worth it. It always has been pretty reliable. You've seen a couple of my Faulkner 5s recently. There was a couple of knives. I had I think it was started with the Spartan Harsey folder, and then with the Hinderer XM18. And when I take it apart, and I did what I've been doing, where I take it apart, I sharpen up the blade, do the video, show how sharp it was, they really were kind of performing badly. And I just kind of chalked it up to, I don't know, maybe edge geometry or just me not being very good at sharpening. But this thing has pretty good edge geometry because it's got a hollow grind. It's thin. There's no reason. But and I really feel now that, and I was struggling with it because what happened was I sharpened it. I went through the whole thing. I got the burr. I took out the burr, went through the stones, up the the different grits. I stropped it, and at the end, I mean, it definitely was better than it was, but it really wasn't cutting very well, even at the end of that video. And I was thinking, well, maybe it was because I was doing it first time on video, maybe because I was trying to talk while I was doing it, and I was having a hard time, staying focused and doing 2 things at once. I think that's maybe part of it, but I really think that this sharpener is pretty. You can see how this is the ceramic, and it's pretty well coated. I think that maybe I've kind of gotten to the point where this thing just isn't really sharpening as good as it should. And I mentioned in the video, which you haven't seen because I just not going to put it out, that I wanted to get the Pro version. And so now I'm saying, okay, I just want to get the Pro version. So in order to kind of prove my point that it was, at least in part, that sharpener just has been used too much, and it's to that point, I actually got out my field sharpener from Worksharp, which hasn't been used a whole lot because I keep it in my backpack and every once in a while I'll touch something up. I've gone through this before. It's got a really coarse stone. I don't know what the grit is on that one. It's got a finer stone. It's got a strop on one side and a ceramic on the other. It's it's a pretty small stone. I mean, it's not very big, and but I've been successful in sharpening knives with it. So this knife was already partially sharpened. Gotta be careful now. And I did run it on this bit, and it's maybe a little more toothy than some of my edges, which may be good. Turned out pretty good. I mean, I'm not the worst, probably not the worst sharpener on a stone, but I still don't have a lot of confidence in that ability. But I tell you what, if you can see my thumb, that little thing right there, I was just kind of cleaning off the edge going like this, and I caught it on there while I was doing it, and it took off a little bit of skin there. And yeah, it's definitely way sharper. I mean, a lot of times I'll test a knife to see how sharp it is by just seeing if it'll pop some hair. And if you can see that, you're getting some good hair off that. I wasn't getting that after going through all the stones on the Worksharp, stropping it, the whole thing. So I hit it on this thing. I used the strop here. I used the ceramic a little bit. And yeah, it's pretty sharp right now. I don't know how long it'll hold that edge, but I mean, if history proves, I expect that it'll hold it for a while. And I'm done, testing this thing out. I've done as much as I can with it. But anyway, so let's cut. Like I say, it does cut. It's hair popping. So that's a proof to me that it is cutting paper better. Nice and clean. Before, these edges on here were just like tears. Were just like ripping. And still not the best at cutting paper, but it definitely, and I get some like that. But if I get a good cut started and just pull through the cut, I can get a really good cut on this thing. I'm sure that it could be sharpened better, and hopefully I will continue to get better with my sharpening. But I am very satisfied with the sharpness on this edge right now. And so this is the video. I just wanted to, kind of finish it up. I mean, I because of the fact that it took me so long to finally end this saga. Like I say, I'm happy. I wish I could have done a video for you guys to see it getting sharpened. It did get a burr very quickly. Whether it was much better than other steels, I'm not enough of an expert to really say. Some people can sharpen a knife and they feel that steel, and they can judge the steel by how it sharpens. I don't have enough experience to do that. But I'm happy with it. I'm still going to keep this one in my collection. It was in the first portion of my collection videos that I'm doing because it was only $25. And yeah, that's what it is. And one of the things I was saying while I was babbling and trying to sharpen at the same time is I want to let you guys know, anybody that doesn't already know, that Vu Pham, if you don't know him, he's got a YouTube channel. He's big on Instagram. He's been involved with Kaiser for a long time, and now he's kind of working with other companies. Vosteed, I know he's worked with them a bit. I believe he has. And I know that he's going to be at the booth at Blade Show for Pyrotech, who makes the Kraken, the cool knife with the scales that come off that are magnetized. He's gonna be working with them. Probably the connection with Crazy K, because she was with Kaiser at the same time as he was working with him. Anyway, great guy. He's always been super kind to me. He got me in on some after parties, you know, from some of the shows, some of the Blade shows, and just a great guy. He really is. And if you've seen him in the live chats, you know what I'm talking about. Funny guy, great guy. And if you watch his videos, also, you know even better. Anyway, he is partnering up with Migaron, and he's collabing with them on a knife. It's called the Vein. It should be out soon. If it's not out today, in the next couple of days, you'll see it on the website. But they've finished this 1.5 year long project, getting this thing together, and he's got his own little logo on. It's super cool. I'm very happy for him, and I know he's super stoked. And I just wanted to point everybody that may not know that to the fact that he has that, and just check out that knife. It looks really cool. I don't know the price. I don't know much about it. I know it's like a titanium handle. They got that really cool diamond-y kind of texture on it. It's a great knife. I'm definitely going to pick one up after Blade Show, because Migaron's not going to be there as presenting, I don't think. I'm hoping to meet up with Vu. I hope he has one of those in his pocket, because I want to check it out firsthand. Anyway, I just want to bring that up and shout out Vu Fam. So that's that. I'm glad I was able to do that. I did it in a video, but it's kind of going in the dumpster. So here it is, final video, Revo Knives. I hope you guys are having a great Memorial Day weekend. It's Sunday. I still got tomorrow off. I'm going to do another one of those collection videos coming up with the next set going through the price range on my collection. So please check that out. And thanks a lot for watching. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.